All right, I'm going to drop a little bit of Bowtie pasta, or actually the whole box, into some boiling salted water. And we'll let it hang out and cook. I don't want to overcook it, but I just want to cook it until it's al dente, because it's going to go back in the slow cooker. If you are thinking about doing this on one of those crazy busy nights, and this is why I love my slow cooker, if literally you can get up, I say 5 minutes, but for this recipe, it's like 2 minutes earlier than normal. Dump everything in your slow cooker. You go out the door to do your thing. After a long day, in the back of your mind all day, you've got a little smile on your face, because you know when you walk in after that really long day and everybody's starving, you got it covered. Dinner is done. And that is why I could give this little guy a hug, and I do often. Seriously, I don't know how I would function without my slow cooker. So if it's going to be one of those busy nights, what I would do is boil that pasta ahead of time. Like on Sunday, which is my big cooking day, and if I know I'm going to do this Crockpot chicken later in the week, just boil that pasta ahead of time, get it in a Ziploc bag in the fridge, and then you can just throw it in here at the last minute, and that's one more thing you don't have to hassle with. And I get it. The kids are back to school now, and that means really late afternoon or sometimes into the late evening with some of those after-school activities. My daughter Ireland has her first home football game where she's going to dance. She's on a dance team, Notre Dame dance team. They dance Friday night, so that is going to be a really, really late night. So again, sometimes just that extra 15 minutes of boiling the pasta, everybody's just too hungry to wait for that, and you're tempted to hit a drive-through restaurant on the way home. Or to the game. So if you can have that pasta taken care of, that's one more thing you don't have to worry about. All right, now to the Crockpot chicken part of this recipe. And this is what I'm talking about. Literally, it's not 5 minutes, it's like 2 minutes. So we did not spray the slow cooker in, which is such an important part, because again, that's one thing I don't want to be hassling with, is scrubbing the slow cooker. So spray it with cooking spray. The other thing I love to use are slow cooker cooking bags, and we've talked about those before. Pick some of those up next time you're in the foil plastic wrap aisle. They're right there, and start using those. You will absolutely love those. So in goes 4 to 6 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Just dump it on the bottom of the slow cooker. Real important, if you're not going to take the time, in this case we're not, to brown the chicken, to season it well. So I'm using garlic salt, which I love. It's something that, you know, when I was growing up, we always had garlic salt on hand. You know, we didn't have fresh garlic and all these fresh herbs. People cooked differently back then, but garlic salt was a staple always in my house. Pepper and dried Italian seasoning. Kind of got the Italian theme going, so really want to season those chicken breasts well. And then chicken stock gets dumped over the top, about a cup, lid on, turn it on low. You go out the door to do your thing, come home 6 to 8 hours later, and that chicken is just going to be tender as all get out, and then we're going to make the sauce and tie it all together. So we'll get rid of this slow cooker, and we'll bring this guy over. And this has been cooking low and slow for several hours. Smells so good. So at this point, you're going to take the chicken out of the slow cooker. It's all seasoned up pretty, and the juice smells really good. And it's up to you whether you want to chunk it up or shred it up. I'm going to, I think, cube it up, and I'm going to make a quick sauce. And the sauce is as easy as 1 can of cream of chicken soup that's going to go in there with those great drippings from the chicken. I'm going to whisk that in there. You know me, I love my cream of chicken soup, but not straight up. It's so good with recipes like this because it just makes it easy. This sauce takes just literally minutes to throw together. And then I've got some pesto sauce. You can make your own with garlic, fresh basil, Parmesan cheese, pine nuts, and olive oil. So easy, especially this time of year when there's a lot of basil around from people's gardens. But you can also, in a pinch, just pick it up. I like to, if you're going to buy it at the grocery store, I really like to get the refrigerated kind, which is over near the fresh pasta. I think it's so much better than the stuff that's kind of in the jar, unrefrigerated, that's kind of brown. This is really nice and bright green. So, see, this is going to be a really nice sauce to coat the chicken and the pasta. All right, I'm going to put the lid on this. Just let it warm for a little bit while our pasta continues cooking. And chunk up our chicken a little bit. A couple of things to talk about our next big night out. It is going to be fantastic. We are headed to a great restaurant in Manitowoc. It's called Christopher's. And we're going there for a 5-course meal. All of the courses, each and every one paired with a different wine that the chef has worked really well to pair the two together. The menu is amazing. We're starting with, I know we've got a seafood salad, a layered mushroom salad, a chicken saltimbocca with mushroom risotto for our main course, and then on top of that, we have another main course of rack of lamb with roasted potatoes, and then a wonderful dessert. It's going to be fantastic. And really at a great price. That's what these big night outs are all about, to get you out to try different area restaurants. So please call, make reservations. This one is filling up very, very quickly. You can just go to our website, click on the living tab and that big red, black, and white box there that says Big Night Out, and you can get all the information on that. So it's going to be a bunch of fun, so hope to see you there. Okay, I'm just going to cube up my chicken a little bit. It's up to you what size pieces you want, but I'm going to keep it nice and chunky. It just gets so tender when you cook it in the slow cooker. Oh, my producer Abby just told me in just a minute or two we are going to give away tickets to the Taste of Home Cooking Show, which is coming up next week, next Thursday at Shopko Hall. So keep watching. We're going to be giving those tickets away in just a minute. All right. So now we're just going to throw this whole dish together. So our pasta, perfectly cooked. Don't want to overcook it, like I say, because it's going to go back in the slow cooker and warm for just a little bit. I use Bowtie just because Bowtie pasta just makes me smile. It's just so cute. But any type of like a penne or rotini, something like that would work. I would not do like a spaghetti type for this. Drain it real well. I don't want any water to get in that sauce. All right, so in goes our Bowtie pasta with that cream of chicken soup and the pesto sauce. In goes our chicken breasts. And you can quick toss the salad together, maybe throw in a loaf of frozen garlic bread, which I try and keep on hand in the freezer. I always try and keep some sort of garlic bread in the freezer just to kind of round out a meal. Just toss to coat. Doesn't it look good? And let me tell you, anybody can do this. And then I like to serve this with a little bit of fresh Parmesan cheese on top. And if you want to get fancy, you could also do a little bit of fresh basil for garnish, but that's up to you. And there you go. Crockpot Bowtie Chicken. Doesn't get much easier than that.